我是风流间回到霍格华兹的传承。那我们今天要来上奇兽学的课程了。在这个小木屋里面，在这边啊，我还不能进去哦。
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here.
我们在玩一些特
You
别
can
的
practice
play。
on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think. Just his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
都觉得今年组不
What do
够
you
用。
suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
这干嘛？
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tus peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
要跟他对决吧，我就把他逼死吧。没看我衣服这么帅吗？
Let's go.
你要单挑一下，我让你知道什么是黑魔法。我还不会，但我会古代魔法。我刚才一直把你
Those
拆
two don't
掉。
belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was on. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush. just as you did with Gerald. The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
给我抓奇兽啊！迷踪鸟。
Over here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
The puppy 啊！
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you.
那怎么这时候被人瞬移啊？
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
哎，你不要挤下去了。
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
不要卡，我一定把你炸死啊！
Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's
为什么
just
技能
ahead.
都不能用啊？封禁哎！
Stand back.
Oh, 哦吼，有帅哦！
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her past. Tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
问题是可以帮忙打架吗？
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area. So I worried they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
你顶不顶得住啊？
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
换个地方去喽。我怎么都没有点啊？
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
An enchanted quill indeed. And in your newts, we are disgraced.
这个在干嘛？
Levioso.
哦哟，果然是霍格华兹的城啊！地图都不知道怎么走。应该有一个点才对吧？哎，抓到！我想找个点踩啊，漂亮。
Revelio.
应该是某种 密码。应该在这边吧。
Revelio.
建筑师哦，霍格华兹建筑师，吉祥物。罗威纳·雷文克劳啊，前面画评就是他设计的。雷文克劳学院的大师吧，真的有哎！你看狮子、蛇，还有一只什么鼬冠哦，然后还有一只老鹰。
Revelio.
对，感觉是怪怪的。
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit, unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon. Take the moon. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night.
So我就晚上可以抓这个幻影
to
猿。
that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes!
幻影猿啊，
Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the
原来你是搞事仔啊！
Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital.
校医院哦。
Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
哦啦啦啦啦啦。阿拉卡拉阿姆拉。我想想，我咒语到底有没有技能点？按错了。天赋没有点，帮我来点那个天赋组，我受不了。 哪一个？F 4法。
Alohomora.
哦，是这样啊。
Well done. You're in.
Revelio. Protego.
No one can have eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle.
Alohomora.
解锁好像没那么有意思，我想到上古五的解锁就有意思多了。打听你的状况啊，如果你愿意来的话，我可以说服大家过来喝几杯奶油啤酒，然后就没剧了。亲爱的多特啊，这几边植物过来，有这个比较香的。主角没带没关系哦，你的朋友希伦娜 ，OK， 好的。
Revelio. Revelio.
贝格教授啊，猫头鹰的邮件收件者啊，魁地奇包夹罚分规则啊，有人跟我这个往来，吧唧吧唧，有没有观众想看魁地奇有没有被打趴？严肃看待任何可能对巫师界造成不利的消息啊！这就是费格的房间是不是啊？魔法警部已经尽力调查此事啊，听起来也可能就是没在调查。贵宾席座位怎么一直在讲魁地奇球赛啊？魔法部在搞吧
Revelio.
哎，等级锁定了，要拿越多月光石才可以获得更高阶的。小精灵把这爆炸这点井然有序啊，表现非常好，有应付从头到尾。通常软垫后面毒尸爆竹突然被点燃啊，小精灵被蓝色淹没吞物啊，是不是我皮皮鬼啊？要搞皮皮鬼啊，我们抓起来关，要烧掉。
Revelio.
这个人哦。
Poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Yes, well.
Revelio.
哇，这边还有好多东西可以拿哦。
This must be the prefect's bathroom. Revelio.
这有点帅。
Always mucking about, stirring up trouble. Perhaps Ranrock and his lot wouldn't be so competent if the ministry would allow him to have one. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marching class is what that class is for.
She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone, you troll?
How dare you speak to a prefect that way?
I'm a prefect too.
Revelio.
糊涂鬼包瑞啊，糊涂坡里斯啊，眼神迷茫，可怜啊。 都看到了，就顺便收集一下吧。
Revelio.
校医院。
Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being
被发现了。
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
完了。 我要重走啊！那么远就被发现了，实在是可恶啊！你给我滚开啊
Revelio.
你们冲三小，妈，我不能直接把你石化啊！妈蛋！
Revelio.
滚了！
Students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Revelio.
我怎么又下来了？这是干嘛？还有这种绕圈之术哦，简直过分嘞！
Revelio.
非常石化它哦。
Revelio. Revelio.
那个人在冲很小。 没被发现。那你直接跳下去哦。中间宝石龟甲、火螃蟹甲壳，我这表示这是一个陆龟甲壳啊，疯狂巫师的杰作啊！没有一个在飞的，很想拿。
Revelio.
The fuck? Spying on the professors, are we?
但跑不过我。
Levioso.
Revelio.
没有人。他走过来我就没救了。
Revelio.
没有吗？ 我要赶快升级一下那个前行的那个，我受不了了。
Revelio.
人在原地不会动就算了，魔法也吸引不走。对啊，就这个王八蛋。
Revelio. 来滚吧！ Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, good goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've
40个，太夸张了吧？
Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance?
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
好像我应该没有被抓的问题，我就把那几张纸拿回来。
Confringo. Accio.
看不到啊。过来。我要狂奔了。
Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
魔法肥皂五颜六色的泡泡，有股人鱼的感觉，这洞哎、欸，这边应该没有我要的东西哦。魁地奇比赛受伤了。 取消魁地奇，令人震惊。应该还有一个。你看你嚣张吗？我把你烧死！气死我了！
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Confringo.
Sure.
Revelio.
不然这是什么呢？可以吗
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Confringo.
没效。
Revelio.
不让我跳下去。
Revelio. Accio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
要不要？是不是应该有一个？我是这里哦。原来是这里。哦，这是钟摆哦，是这样子哦，搞懂了。
I was distracted by keys and ran face first into Adelaide Oaks the other day.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, you're to follow it back to its cabinet. Inserting it in the lock is the tricky part. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
哦，应该是这个地方的，刚才那个橱柜吧。万圣节风格哎，为什么突然有万圣节风格了？我站过来一点。
Accio.
好了，就这样了。
Revelio.
对吧？ 赤兽之情啊！骑士醉鬼马，鹰面狮身兽，狮面龙尾羊，鹰马之景。行吧，这很酷哎。这个地方拍。 效果是好的。全部拍进来。为什么表情那么严肃？看起来跟傻逼一样的人。好了好了，今天就到这了，不然再继续吧。看一下我们进度。有了，主线还是有在推进的，差2个。我们任务基本上下一个就要来解，因为这个被锁住了，所以我们要先学会拉锁住。我学的专注魔药跟印德固魔药啊。好了，就这样子啦，今天就到这，拜拜。